All right, welcome back to the archive. I'm going to revisit Goddess today. I did a tally, so we're about halfway through. I've done 26 so far. I have 24 more to go. Okay, so let's do one more. Goddess, so we're revisiting Goddess, Spirits and Saints, and Other Female Figures Who Have Shaped Belief, is written by Dr. Janina Ramirez, and it's illustrated by Sarah Walsh. Today I wanted to get to Tara. So Tara is the Buddhist mother of compassion and wisdom. And so it says that basically she was born out of tears. And so she's one of the most important goddesses in Buddhism. Her focus is on meditation and helping people understand qualities like compassion, emptiness, and loving kindness. And so there's different names and different ways that she's being honored. But basically she brings love, guidance, and support to humanity. And so it says that Tara was born from the tears of Avalokiteshvara-Lord, which means Lord who gazes down at the world. So in the story, Avalokiteshvara was sitting peacefully at the top of a red hill, but down on the plain of milk, he saw that hundreds of people were suffering, right? Sorrow everywhere. He felt so bad. He started to cry uncontrollably. His tears formed a lake, and in the center of the lake was a lotus flower, and it bloomed, and Tara emerged from the lotus flower. And so she was born from empathy and sorrow. And so there's another story about Tara's origin, which says that at first an ancient princess named Yeshe Dawa, which means wise moon. And so Yeshe Dawa achieved great wisdom through Buddhist teaching of Tonya Drupa. And so she was really close to enlightenment. She had a chance to be reborn as a Buddha. When a monk said to her that in order to reach her true potential, she should pray to be reborn as a man. And so Wise Moon turned to the monk, replied, "Only weak-minded people see gender as a barrier in reaching enlightenment." And I thought this part was really interesting because I decided to come to Tara because I was thinking about hyper-empathic people, and specifically Laura and Olamina in Octavia Butler's Parable series. And you see there that in Octavia Butler's series, Laura and Olamina moves through the world for much of the story as a man, right? She disguises herself as a man in order to survive the dystopian America she lives in, right? Because she knows that people respect men differently. They see them as more powerful, XYZ. And so Laura and Olamina decided to live most of her life as a man, or to disguise herself as a man in order to survive. And so I thought it was really interesting that in Tara's story, gender comes up and this idea that you should want to be reborn as a man. I'm sure Octavia Butler knew about Tara and her story, right? So basically, she then made a promise for the future. She said, "It's true that very few have wanted to help humans toward enlightenment in a woman's form. I developed my wisdom as a woman. So in each of my lifetimes along the path, I promise to be reborn as a woman." And so after this, she entered a state of meditation for 10 million years. And over these 10 million years, she saved 10 million souls. And so Wise Moon has returned time and time again as a woman to help people in need. So again, this idea that I don't need to be a man to be great or enlightened. I can be reborn as a woman and I'll do just fine. Thank you very much. And so Tara can take different forms depending on what people need from her, is what it says here. These forms have different names and phrases that worshipers use. So she's seen as a North Star, is what it says here. She leads the way and helps people navigate the stormy waters of self-doubt and anxiety. In one prayer, she is serenity, patience, and meditation. And another, she can trample worlds underfoot and has the strength to summon all power to her. So as a goddess, she's shown in different colors. So if you see Tara in green, as you do here, did I show you her image? This is the image of Tara. So you see here, she's in green, right? So if you see Tara in green, can protect against the things that scare you the most. She banishes bad dreams and fears. And Tara as white, if you see her in white Tara, she brings long life and she gets rid of illness and she keeps you calm. She's sometimes shown sitting on a lotus flower, cross-legged with one foot facing forward as if she's ready to spring into action. So it says those who pray to the goddess often use a mantra that can loosely translate it as Om, Hail to Tara. And so, yeah, she remains true to her identity, is something women and girls everywhere can hold on to. She remains a source of strength and inspiration to men, women, all across the world. So this is Tara, the Buddhist mother of compassion and wisdom. Okay? So I've been thinking, like I said, a lot about this idea of compassion and wisdom and forgiveness and empathy. And often these are gendered as feminine traits, right? You see the attack on empathy right now. Empathy apparently is like a leftist thing. And so compassion, right? And yet the world over will ask us to have and give the same men who make fun of these ideals. They'll ask you to have compassion for them. Isn't that ironic? You make fun of empathy, but yet you're asking women to give you empathy? You don't need to be empathic, but we need to have empathy with you. Okay. You don't rarely, hardly ever show us compassion, but we should be compassionate with you. Okay. See where religion becomes a little bit of like a, like I don't know about this. I think, who sent you? That to me is the devil's work. So we're just always supposed to be a doormat that forgives and turns the other cheek and forgives and turns the other cheek and forgives and turns the other. Why do we have to continue to turn the other cheek if you keep, why are you still hitting my cheek? You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about the violence that continues you to keep hitting your cheek. Just turn it. You turn it, they hit it. Turn it. Can we talk about why we're being hit? No? We just forgive the blows as they come. That's my issue with a lot of religions. That's my issue with a lot of these critiques. Have empathy for the one that hurts people. But the one that's being hurt, blame them. You're like, what? Until next time. That's all, dude.